So, you have all been victorious over both Molon and Phalon, the Chaos Lords, where you were just insane peasants and villagers, were driven insane from these beastmen and mutants that had overrun your village. You were called to a greater destiny within the eternal struggle by the gods of law and chaos. And you were transformed into powerful warriors and wizards and drawn into the court of the gods of chaos, into a great intrigue during this war. And you saw it through all the way to the end, gaining a crawljammer, a ship that can travel between worlds. And you regained the device, wresting it from the grip of the last Chaos Lord of this age, the third age of Aerith, Phalon. And with that device, the Lusal Will, you were able to repair your crawljammer and take back to the stars. Unfortunately, when you did that, the Chaos Gods, despite their having been diminished, their power in this new age of Aerith, they used what power they had that remained to send their servant, the Tatterdemillion, who was once your concierge, into the bowels of the lower planes, to punish him and to give the chance to a servant which they have kept locked away for ages, that was defeated a long, long time ago. And so your ship has been once again swallowed. You've been pulled from your reality into this other reality. And that is where we are right now. Let's see.
Yeah.
And I'll describe what happens, what you see when this happens. Out of character, meta, you need to survive and make it through here. That's the goal today. Should be a music note up in the top right that you can,
there we go.
You can adjust, yeah.
Now it's playing.
Okay. When you take to depart the skies of Aerith, and you see the stars again, and you, Patrick, you see on the arcane wheel where you interface with the ship, you can tell that something is approaching. This dreadnought seems to envelop your ship in darkness, once again, like it had before. After that happens, you feel almost as if you're being pressed against something. Like imagine, so you're on the ship on the arcane wheel, everybody's on the ship, and imagine suddenly being pressed against like a saran, like wrap, or like against those things that like separate in a meat house or a freezer, you know, like a translucent thing, a membrane. Like it feels like you're being pressed against something, a soft surface. It feels hard at first and then grows soft and gossamer. It brings to mind spider webs and burial shrouds. Suddenly your nose fills with the stink of old rotted meat, the faint buzz of carnal flies as you pass through this unsettling substance. You receive visions in your mind of slaughterhouses, battlefields, and potters' graves. It feels like your mind dances in this space for decades. And then with a soft, biological, soft popping noise, you emerge from the unnerving gossamer and find yourself someplace else. You look around you, and it looks like you're in a room, a bedroom. There are several beds here and dressers. You see a door where you could exit. And on some of the beds, a veil has been placed on the occupant of the bed. Someone sleeps. It looks as if you all have just climbed out of bed, and you're all in the pajamas that you would have worn when you were children.
Yeah, Patrick. I guess Patrick's gonna end up. Well, last time I remember it was those assholes again. They probably are doing something to our minds. Let's be wary what's going on here.
Indeed, it is cruelty to put people in these kinds of pajamas.
What does the dwarven pajamas look like?
You want me to go straight-laced or silly?
You can be silly.
If it's a child's pajamas, it's a onesie that is designed after a bear.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, totally.
So he kind of looks like an Ewok without his helmet right now.
There's a little guy in here with you who also gets out of bed, and he's got he's pale-faced with pointy ears. He's a little halfling guy that you helped rescue from the Chaos Lord under the Starless Sea. And he pops out of bed and he's like, "Where are we, man? What's going on? What's going on?" He's really loud and frantic.
I think darker forces than we have decided to play a little joke on us.
Jessica, I think you have one snake left.
Yeah.
There's only one exit to this room. If you check the drawers, there's nothing interesting in them but cobwebs. And when you look at the bodies laying on the bed, they don't seem dead, but there's nothing you seem like you can do to rouse them.
Oh, let's try to get out from here.
All right.
I see. Yeah, I see the door there. Wait, we don't see. There is this bed with the veil, yes?
With people. Yeah, and I'll assume, obviously, you investigate it, you use magical artifice, you check the bodies. There's nothing that you can do to wake these people up. They just seem like they're sleeping.
Okay. Oh, yeah. We can do nothing about those people. I don't know even where are we and what's going on here, but let's try to get out from here.
Agreed.
Okay. If you go into there's only one door, so in the next room you see, as you emerge, you smell rotting wood in this room, mold. There's the scent of a slaughterhouse. Outside of this bedroom, in your pajamas, you see a broad foyer with a parquet floor of dizzying geometric angles all along the floor. Sliding wooden doors close off 2 exits on either side of the room. I think... Let me see, and this one. So there's here and here, I think. No, I'm misunderstanding. There's this one and this one. I should have put a door on that, but I won't. And and then a shut front door stands to your left. Oh, sorry, this one right here. And then there's a staircase corkscrewing itself up to your right. The walls are covered with faded red velvet wallpaper, torn in places. The paper's been torn off. You can see the wall behind the gaps is not lath and plaster, but it seems to be veined flesh of some great beast. As you enter the room, you can feel it gently vibrate, and you realize then when you see that the whole place is pulsing as if to a heartbeat. Now, everybody write down your personality score from your character. And
Personality is
I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
9.
9.
Personality?
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Where is it? Here we go. Personality. Yes. So you'll write that down again beneath your stats a second time. And you're going to label it stability. Whoops, I need that there. And this here. And everybody can make a will save.
Sure glad I got an up on will last session.
The target number is a 10. Let me know if anybody doesn't pass.
I rolled 26.
Nice.
Oh, thank the stars, 22.
Nice. Everybody passed?
Everybody passed.
Alright. I'm going to roll for your 2 companions. The new guy here, Zamino, the Hobbit, he does not pass. And I'm going to see what happens to Zamino. He looks at the walls and he's like, "What is this place? What is this place? The wall's moving." And then he moves his head and he's like, no. And then he starts he starts weeping and he's holding his head and he gets down on his knees.
I'll go up to Zamino and put my hand on his shoulder. Come on, man. You gotta pull it together. We need to get out of here together.
He looks up at you and the flesh that holds his ear together, it looks like stitching is coming loose that held it together, and his ear is hanging loose from flesh up here, as if he's falling apart.
Cleric. You're needed.
Alright, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna do a lay on hands, but also in a way to kind of reassure him, say, whatever you see here isn't real. No matter what happens, know that we're all safe in the loving embrace of Ozzy.
He's neutral.
Is it Ted's new character?
It's just an NPC that's going with you all.
Yeah.
He gets 2 nice.
You got
That
what?
helps him.
Sorry, Glenn, you're coming in a little distant.
Oh, sorry. I said he got 2 healing dice, if that helps him.
It does not. He seems in good health, except, in fact, it doesn't even seem to hurt. It's just like his body has changed.
Oh, man. Okay.
Well, it's probably they're trying to meddle with our minds. We should don't, try to stay together.
Indeed. I think it's trying to meddle with our bodies as well. We'll have to be careful.
Can I look at those drawings? Can I understand what it is?
Let's see. They don't seem to form anything that indicates like a rune or any kind of meaning. What it looks like to you, it looks as if this, so like a what's it called? A checkered floor, a parquet, like, you know, like, and then it looks like somebody came in here and started twisting them, as if you had a checker floor, and then someone was able to actually twist it around and move it into kind of like an MC Escher kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem to express any meaning.
Well, let's try some of those doors and see where they lead. We need to move. There is no time to waste here. Let's try to get out from here. Just
Do we still have our gear on us?
You have all your gear.
Splendid. In that case, I'm gonna get into my armor and out of this ridiculous little bear onesies. This is the true evil of chaos right here.
Sorry, Patrick, what were you saying?
No, nothing much. Let's just move. Where do you want to move, guys?
Which door do you pick? You pick this time, Patrick. Which door?
Let's go here. How is it? Wait, how do you
hold the left mouse button? Or you can do that. You can just draw a range line, whichever works.
I think yeah.
You want this one, or do you want this one?
Oh, here. How do you point? Again, I forgot.
You got on the upper left-hand corner. You have to go to token controls, which is the little meeple person icon. Once that's selected, you hold down the left mouse button.
Right here. Let's go here.
All right, you go through that hallway. I'll have to kind of move you all in.
Thank you. We should probably establish marching order.
Yeah. You all can certainly let me know, if that comes up, what your marching order is. So you.
Mm-hmm.
You come into this hallway. I'm going to pan it too. You come into this hallway. The hallway continues down to an intersection with a door on the far end. And you also see windows.
Can I look through the windows?
Absolutely. Let's see here. Roll a d7.
It's a 5.
You will look through the first window or the second window?
Yeah, this one.
Okay. You got a 5. You see what it looks like. You look out the window, and it looks like this entire house, which is in a Victorian style. It looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. It feels like the house has been picked up off the earth and tilted on its side, so you're looking down at the ground. And then you're up like 2,000 feet in the air. And you look down on the ground and you see an entire world covered with just cemetery. An entire world of cemetery, and these gigantic 20-foot tall maggots are eating through the earth of this world that you look down upon.
It's not a very pleasant view, I would say.
And you'll make another will save.
Sure.
Target number's 10.
Just Patrick or all of them?
Just Patrick, unless someone else looks through the window. If you think your character looks out the window, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you pass?
Yeah, 13.
Nice. Okay. All right. I'm gonna switch it over to Glenn. So you got this hallway, an intersection door at the far end. Where do you go? Do you go back the way you came into the previous room, or down the hallway to the intersection?
I'm gonna go down the hallway to the intersection.
Okay. When you make it to the intersection, you see a door on the far end. Whoops, I didn't mean to pan. Let me pan that back.
Right.
You see a door just 20 feet past this intersection, and to the right is another door. To the left, the hallway seems to continue, and you see another window. The door to the right, the hallway begins to, even though this is like a Victorian house, which is obviously, everything is always square, right? The hall to the right begins to waver until it gets to the door, and when you see past the door frame, it's just black.
Okay. I'm not gonna step through it. I think I'm gonna go let the others know that I have a door to what is essentially the void over here, in case we want to try it out.
Seems like an obvious trap.
It could be the way out too, like Chaos God.
This early?
No, never said it was here. It could be.
I wonder if we could get one of her snakes to take a look at it.
You send us. Well, yeah. What do you want to send your last snake through the void?
I think, yeah, let's do it.
All right.
No, go ahead.
You do that, and the snake disappears.
Hey.
Does the snake come back?
Do you have like telepathy or something where you can see the snake or something like that?
I want to say maybe. I'm double checking with it.
I'll just say
It's
you
not
do,
like-
and I'll tell you what you see through the snake. You see through the snake's eyes as it slithers through this dark door. It comes out another door, and you see a long corridor stretching to a door at the end. And there's wood paneling the color of rich earth that lines the walls. A scarlet carpet runs the extent down the length of this long hallway. An old-fashioned mirror hangs on one wall about midway down this corridor. So you just you come through. The snake comes through the door, and then you got a long corridor with a carpet and a door at the end of it, and then like a big mirror about halfway down.
I'm gonna report back and let everybody, know what the snake sees, and just have it come back. Whenever it's my last baby.
Okay, yeah. If you have the snake come back through the door, it does that, and it comes back through the door and reappears.
It seems that's some kind of portal. Do you want to enter it, or do you want to go try that door that's in front of us?
I leave that to your judgment.
I'm gonna pick you. I pick you, Grimble. What do you want to do this time? You want to do the door ahead? Everybody go through the portal, or go down the hallway to your left?
We shall go down where the snake went down.
Very well. You do that, and you go through the dark portal, and you appear in this hallway. Everybody make a luck check.
Ooh.
Oh, solid.
Oh, okay, not bad. 13.
Missed
This-
it.
You have?
This is to go under your luck score. So when
Shit! No, I failed.
And we didn't gain any luck from the last adventure, did we?
I
We
don't.
did.
Yeah, I think you did. I don't remember. But-
Okay,
I failed.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, anyways, since anyone failed, the following occurs. Let's see. You see in the mirror as you enter this hallway. The mirror surface suddenly wavers and becomes gauzy, like the surface is made of a loosely woven shroud draped over the glass. A slender, vaguely feminine face appears behind the gauzy surface. The face seems to be tattered, flaking skin like old paint. A vicious snarl is heard, and then the glass just goes dark again. Nothing else seems to happen.
That can't be good.
I think we alerted them to our presence.
Well, if your weapons aren't drawn yet, they might as well be. We keep moving forward.
Okay, when you go through the door ahead at the end of the hallway, you find that it simply goes back to the intersection that you just left.
Alright, in that case we'll go... Shall we go this way, fellas?
That's where you just went.
Oh, they're the same. Alright. This way it goes, then.
Okay. You go down the corridor, and again, once you get here, what should be like a Victorian-style straight corner, 90-degree angle change in the hall. Although there was no reason to have a 90-degree angle here, it starts to waver down the hall, and you see a window. I'm gonna say that to not look out these windows is gonna take another will save with a target of 10. This will count as your other check, so you just have to make this once.
Okay.
You have to, instinctually avert your eyes and not look out.
Yeah, barely just made it with it.
All right. And 19. Looks like everybody made it, right?
Yeah.
All he put his shield up between him and the mirror, I don't trust you for crap.
I'm gonna make a check for Giza and the NPC. The NPC fails.
Oh dear.
You do not know what's outside of the. You don't know what he sees, but you can tell that he looks out the mirror or out the window. Sorry, and something else happens to the NPC. This is bad because you need the manpower. That's why he's here. You hear whimpering and a mumbling kind of like noise, and a look of terror in the eyes of your NPC as you look back, and the halfling's ear is kind of hanging from the top, like flapping, and then it looks like loose stitching is coming loose, and now his mouth has come loose like this, and the mouth is hanging, and when he talks, he only talks out that side. And it looks like stitching is coming loose right here. And the halfling's like, what's happening?
Nothing happening to you. You look great,
You're looking at all the things you shouldn't be looking at. That's what's happening. Grab a blindfold or something.
All right, back to... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. I'm just saying, nothing happening. Everything like it was before. You look great.
Patrick, at the end of this wavy corridor with a couple other windows, you see another door, or you can go back the way you came. Which one do you want to do?
No, let's go through the door.
All right,
let's go.
Put you all together. Open the door. Put you in. All right. In this room, you see dark wood lines the walls of this long... Actually, let me pan the camera. Dark wood lines the walls of this long, narrow chamber here. A dingy white plaster ceiling with scalloped corners hangs overhead. There's stuffed chairs positioned about, different furniture. There's also the stuffing from the chairs that is spilled out onto the floor. There are numerous clocks all along the walls. in this room. Bunch of clocks. And some of the clocks you see have too many hands. Some of them only have a single hand or not enough. The hands are different lengths. They also cause a cacophony of ticking, as some of them tick and then stay, and then one will tick back, and another one ticks too fast. And they're all going at different rates. Sliding wooden doors stand at both ends of the gallery. You've got a door here, and the one you came through. And suddenly, next to you, a shimmering, ghostly figure appears. Let's see. And it looks like to each of you that only one of these appears. I think it's someone familiar to you, but from your distant past. You know, someone you would have known. Like this woman you knew appears next to you, Patrick, and says, "Patrick, can I please have a moment of your time, please?"
Oh, what do you want from me?
Oh, thank goodness. Make a very hard will save.
Don't tell me it's my mother.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. Oh, that's a very hard. Yes.
Nice. Okay.
25.
You feel, so she asked for this, and you feel, maybe it reminds you of your mother because you bring her up, you know, and you feel as you say that, how can I help you? And you give her that attention, she's with you, you feel the memory of your mother start to fade, and then you like go back and like you get the memory back. And she keeps coming and advancing. She's like, no, please, I need a moment of your time, please. And she's frantic and reaching out towards you. Everyone else feels something like that too. Someone that looks familiar from your past also tries to do this.
Okay, can I tell everyone that they should like try to avoid them as much as possible? They get it?
Yeah, and your NPC passes this time.
Okay. Patrick is gonna say, "Oh, someone doesn't pass like at all."
Well, I shouldn't have rolled that one.
Oh, okay. So, Patrick's gonna say, "Try to avoid the contact with those ghosts. Let's just pass through them."
Is the goal to leave the room? Is that
Yes.
there's only one? Okay.
Yes.
You leave the room, making it through another door and past another hallway. It only leads into one place if you... Oh, do you close the door or do you leave it open?
We close it.
We close the door, yeah, for sure.
You're like, leave that room, and you're like, okay. And then you go into the next room. This room that you come into, it's a grand ballroom. A parquet floor lies beneath a soaring ceiling adorned with all sorts of delicate arches. There are lines of antique mirrors, slightly blurred with age. They hang on opposite walls of the ballroom. Two pairs of sliding doors face one another across the dance hall, one of which you just went into and closed. Sorry, I didn't mean to pan it. And then another sliding door at the far end. The ballroom is a shamble of rotting body parts, spilled blood, and fetid gore. There are nearly a dozen bodies laying here, clearly slain by violence. Bones and bits of steel and other debris are evident among the slaughter.
Yeah, Patrick looks at that and just says, well, they're trying the best, I think. It's not a very pleasant sight, again. Maybe we should go pass through it again as fast as possible.
Indeed. No ball I want to be a part of.
Okay. Everybody could make a, let me see here, a intelligence check with a target of 12.
I add +2 to
Oh, made it.
2, so it's 13. Yeah, it's 13 in total.
Okay. Everyone that passes the check notices there's all sorts of strange, there is knives, worn bucklers, piecemeal armor. Most of it's useless, but you could see that there are weapons and armor if you're looking for anything in particular, although they're gore streaked and disgusting and smell, like a meat house. But then each of you that pass the check notice a strange item clutched in the hands of one person. It looks like a strange sword. Its blade hefty and serrated, dirtied with blood, and pieces of thick thread stuck to it amongst the blood. This large, hefty blade appears to be one half of some large... it's fashioned from oversized pinking shears.
Before we deal with that, you said that we could find anything as long as we don't mind it being gore-stroked.
Yep.
Would there be any shield attachments on any of these poor guys?
Attachments, no, but there are any type of shield from the book that you're looking for.
Isn't there just one?
Yeah, maybe it's just one. I can't remember.
Yeah. All right. Looking through Mr. Character Sheet. Would we have access to any? Actually, wait, no. I do in fact have multiple large sacks. So as long as we don't touch that thing, we can probably wrap it up in there.
Can I come to that sword and just check it for magic and what kind of?
Yeah, go ahead and cast the spell.
I want to cast a spell and see what's. Let me open the spell and.
Just roll a d20 to start. Like, if you roll a nat 20, you're gonna know everything about it, right? Let's just start by rolling a d20 and see how that goes.
Okay. So I have like.
If you roll a nat 1, something weird's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
So I have intelligence plus. I think it's +6 intelligence total for all the things. Yeah. Oh yeah.
See, we don't need to do all the math. You know everything about this. This is the nature of its magic, because it is clearly magical. Is that this is something of this place, and it was used as a tool. Someone was clever enough to deconstruct a tool of this place to their own uses. You're confident that just as like this place is made of meat and nightmares, you've seen how your friend is starting to like threads are starting to unravel on him, and you've seen how this place has like fabric. You saw the gauze in the mirror, and you realize that those giant scissors were probably for the grisly purpose of construction in this place. And so it is a +3 weapon against anything of that nature in this place.
Yeah. And Patrick's gonna say, he's gonna just look at that sword. Well, that's a very useful thing if we can find another part. I usually use magic anyway, so Grimbo, do you want to take it? Or maybe Jessica?
I currently have the Lance of Law at this moment. Is it a lance or a spear again?
It is a spear of law, yeah, and it does, I think, +3 or well, actually, each one is customized anyway.
Yeah.
But okay, so
I've already got a magic item, so if anyone can use a sword, one-handed or two-handed, they should probably gain access to it.
I don't think Jessica can. I can give it to Giza.
Yeah.
Okay. Giza +3. Gotcha. All right. Giza, he lifts up this strange, it's got like the circle, and then it looks like it was once part of a set of shears, and holds it up like a sword, as you are in pajamas and then covered in your armor and equipment as you go through this place. Going over to Jeffica, do you go back the way you came into the room of clocks, or do you go ahead into the next hallway?
I think it's safe to say we go into the next hallway.
Okay. This leads you back into the meat room.
Okay.
With the,
Right.
yeah.
Also self, everyone.
Is there anything of interest here that we might be able to, like, take a look from the room, see?
Well, there's the walls, which the wallpapers come off, and you see like pulsing veins in the walls as it snakes into the walls, and the whole room has like kind of gently vibrates to a heartbeat. You can see blood pumping in the wall through the veins. It's warm. If you hold your hand up to it, you can tell it's alive. It's pockmarked with pores and spotted with wiry black hairs. Apart from that, there is nothing else of interest about the room. The strange geometric patterns on the floor, Patrick has already discerned that they don't have meaning. They just they have a lack of meaning. It used to be like a checkerboard room, and then someone had took the checkers and turned it into insane MC Escher shapes with it.
Okay. All I can think of to do is try and hit the wall with that.
All right, you're gonna hit the wall.
Yeah, like the meat wall with my battle axe.
You slam your battle axe into the wall, and just like it goes slicing into gristle, just like as if you were hitting a creature, and blood starts to just spray out from the arteries, and you get your face just covered in blood, and it starts to spray all over the floor. And then, as blood pours and pours and sprays onto the floor, something starts. The blood starts to coalesce as it sprays into this goop of blood. Let me see if I have. There we go. And everybody can roll for initiative.
There we go.
Okay. Ooh. Only a 10.
Ooh.
You got how much? A 2?
Only a 10.
No. It's hard to tell sometimes because I'm just hearing audio, So I heard 10, and then 2, Tanner.
That is correct. A
Two,
natural
okay.
1, no less. So something fun probably happens.
Okay, Grimble got a 2, and then Patrick.
I got 13.
Patrick got a 13. All right, the first person able to act is actually Giza and the other NPC. And Giza draws the shears out and immediately starts slicing this thing. Let's see. That may still hit. Let me see. Armor class 10. It does hit. Giza does, plus the attack bonus, 2, 3, 6. And your NPC launches into action to try to attack, horrified, screaming. I think... 4, 10. I need to know if they have action dice. Now, that's too important not to check. So I'm just going to check real quick. I got it right here.
Not a problem.
A thief would have...
6th level, he's got a D14, so they're also going to do 2 D14s of attacks. 2 D14. Maybe this will be over quick. We'll see. Bam. 7 hits, so 10 hits. And so, once again, a D8
It's 10,
and a D6.
10 and plus 6, 16.
I think that they may have ended this thing rapidly before it was a problem.
Pretty sure there was a Knights of the Dern Table comic that went like this.
Nope, this thing is still alive. They slice into it, the gore splatters everywhere. Even as they slice into it, Giza hacks into it with this half of a shear. Gobs of it splatter against the walls. You all start to get covered in this stuff. But blood keeps pouring out of the wall and pulling into it, and it keeps coalescing. And that brings us to Patrick.
Yeah, I rolled already the spell. It's 16 in total, so it's 1d8 plus cast low, so 1d8 plus 6 damage. Just one.
Okay, go ahead.
Just give me a second, wait.
Jessica, what are you doing?
Just getting ready with battle axe again to fight this thing.
11 damage.
All right. What type of spell is it?
It's a my favorite one, Scorching Ray.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So as you turn into a flamethrower again, describe how you kill it.
Yeah, Patrick is just gonna, gonna take his one hand and just, there is a ray of flame just gonna come out and just gonna burn it to a crisp, like it's gonna come so crispy that it's gonna fall apart.
You do that. Everybody make another will save.
Oh.
Charming.
The NPC fails again.
Oh, for Pete's sake, guy.
I know, you're just falling apart. I got a 17.
I have 16.
9? If we need 10, I'll burn a luck.
Yeah, you need a 10.
Then I choose to burn a luck.
No problem. Yeah, you look at your NPC friend, and he's got like part of his mouth hanging off from Stitch's ear flapping. He's like, oh, no. And he looks at it, you can see his arm, and where there's like veins on my arm, you can see like even, especially in the wrist there, right? Instead, faintly under the skin are stitches. Everywhere there's veins, instead you see stitches.
Patrick is gonna say to him, "Don't worry, just try to meddle with your mind. Just keep it together. I say, keep it together."
He's shaking.
And I'm gonna shout again, "Keep it together!"
Giza, old boy, I got a question. Would you be able to use those shears to weave him back together again?
Giza looks at this gigantic single blade and is like, I don't think so.
Shit. Well,
Oh.
do we go through the north door or the south door then?
I think...
Let's go north.
Okay.
Yarr.
You go through the north door into a staircase. The staircase seems to spiral up, rising to impossible upward heights, vanishing into darkness above you and vapor as if clouds collected above. The stairs twist and turn on themselves in a haphazard fashion as they spiral up, creating a ramshackle, jagged pathway to whatever waits above. As you start to climb up the stairs, you suddenly realize there are figures here. Faintly, you can see some gossamer threads hanging from the tops of these figures, as their limbs are like there's these thin threads that they're hanging from. You look up and you see giant, shadowy figures up above with 8 limbs, like moving these things. And there are, everybody can roll for initiative again. There are 4 of these things.
Splendid.
Yay. Oh man, I got a 20.
Stir 4. You got a 20?
Yeah.
Oh, I got 4.
Okay. Grimble?
9.
Grimble got a 9. And... Uh-oh. They go last. Okay. Jeff, you're able to act first. These things are kind of coming down these stairs, and they have shears for hands, just like in this photo here.
Alright, I am gonna use Will of Command on one. Well, actually, I'm gonna cast Will of Command. Got me act back. I'll go with that. 12, I guess. 8. Still fails. Alright, I get a second action dice. The D14, I'm going to try and swing at one of them with the battle axe.
Okay, your target number for these things are 13.
Alright, let's see. And I just get a 12, so that is a miss as well.
Okay. Grimble.
I'll go up to the first one, if they're within 10 feet at least, and I will start by, first action die, I'm going to use the Spear of Law to jam it into its elbow so it can't use one of its blades.
Okay.
Disarm?
Sure.
So we're going to do... Alright, so that would be 12, but the D8 is only a 2, so I'm not sure if that would...
Let's see, you rolled a 6, and the D8 got a 2 is an 8, plus it added 4 as a 12, so it misses.
Right, alright. In that case, I will use my not quite as good attack to do it again.
Alright.
Just 10. What? Did I? Oh, I see. It needs... There we go.
That hits. You can roll for your damage. Your D8 was a 7, so that passes. So your deed goes off for your second attack on a D16. And... yeah.
Yeah, his slicer is either sundered or disarmed. So he'll get a -4 penalty to damage rolls, so that's pretty good. And he will take... oh.
You got a dice roller over here on your bottom left, so you don't have to type it in.
Okay, he'll take 9 damage.
Alright.
And then, might as well shield bash him. And that's just to give him another penalty. We're going to bash him in the head and see if that gives him a penalty.
Okay, I'll drop him to the bottom of the initiative order, allowing the NPCs to go. Patrick,
17 to hit.
That hits.
Splendid, and that'll do... that'll do 3 damage.
Alright, Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick is gonna see that thing that controls those, on the top, as I understand.
Yeah.
He's gonna throw another his favorite spell, and just how do you fare under fire? And gonna throw the scorching ray on it, and it's 10 damage in total.
10 damage, alright, to one of them. Is it to the same one? The one in the front that Grimble was attacking?
I think he said he was attacking the thing spawning these.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a ways up, but I'll say that you can do it. You hear a insectoid screeching noise as you do that. Any other attacks?
Yeah, I'm gonna try attack with my Spear of Law. After that, I'm gonna attack the one that Grimble is attacking.
All right. I believe you have a D7 D die that you can add to this attack as well, and your might or strength or whatever we call it in this game.
Yeah, it's let me roll just a prop.
That hits. 16
I'm
points
sorry,
of damage. Plus.
You have a Spear of Law as well?
We all have. well, mostly all of us.
Alright, if you say so.
The deed does not go off, but you do 16 points of damage. This will have to be to one of these marionettes, though, because these things, they're like hanging way up ahead, right? So you move up and you attack one of them for 16 points of damage. Whoops. Wrong one.
Maybe it's going to do some damage to it, we never know.
And then that makes it their turn, except one of them. And Patrick, since you're there, two of them are going to attack you, and then the other two are going to attack Grimble.
Sure.
Does a plus 6, does a 21 or a 22 hit?
No.
Nice. Okay. Here we go.
Because wow, you gave me so much things,
yeah,
you know
no,
what?
Yeah, no, right. Yeah. No, we're getting goofy now. It's fine. This is where we're at. All right. Does it looks like maybe only one hit. 17 plus 6, 23 for Grimble.
Only one of them hits, yes.
Nice. Okay, and it is going to. Oh, and they all have 2 action dice as well. I forgot about that.
Ooh.
D8 plus 3. So I'll just roll all of those. Grimble, you take 1 point of damage. Here we go for Patrick. They both fumble. Both.
Oh, man.
Both fumble. And let's see. Fumble. Fumble, what did I get? What does that roll? 8? It says that they smash their weapon against a solid, unyielding object. As they try to attack you both, Grimble, you use your shield, and Patrick, you parry with the spear. And it shatters their one of their attacks. So their other attack is no longer the blade. It shatters their bladed hands. I'm sorry, I did have one of them attack on their turn, but it worked out well for you all, so I don't want to give them another attack. I'll wait until like all the way to the end next time with the next one. Then you notice that slowly these dark figures start to come down, slowly down the staircase, but you can't seem to see them yet from the shadows. That makes it your allies' turn. I'm going to resolve all their attacks right away. I don't think... I missed you, Jeff. Wait, no, Jeff's at the top of the round. I did the wrong dice, but the last 2 hits, 2 missed anyways. And this one's just the NPC, so he does 5 damage to one of these things, killing one of them. So there are 3 of these marionettes left, and that brings us back to Jeffica.
All right.
And there are 4 of these huge figures coming down the stairs.
Oh, fun. Okay. I'm gonna attempt it again with Will of Command on one of these marionettes.
Is it a save?
Yeah, it's a will save. So
All right.
let's see.
They fail.
Oh. All right. Yeah, that's a 21. So I'm gonna command one of them to attack another marionette.
All right, I'll resolve that right now.
All right.
They hit for 7 damage on one of the marionettes. This is the one at the end of the round. I'll just give you command. Well, okay, no, I'm good. His second one, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna roll really low because he's got like a stubby hand. It still hits though, and I'm gonna say it does way less damage. That's the downside to having torn off it still does a bunch of damage though. And yeah, you do that, and it attacks his friend.
Nice. Okay. And then I am just going to use my battle axe on his friend that he attacked.
All right.
Ooh, and that barely hits.
Okay.
For 8 points of damage.
You hew this thing in half, and it tumbles down off into the infinite abyss below. You're down to 2 of these things, and then the figures come into view ahead. There are these, you hear click, 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 coming down this meaty staircase. Are these huge spider-like creatures, but they have the hoary kind of gruesome appearance of a spider, except for their legs. They have they have sewing needles for legs, and they're tapping down the stairs. There's 4 of them, and that makes it Grimble's turn.
All right. They are how far away?
What are you trying to do?
Well, I'm wondering if I should hold my action to deliver to set up a spear countercharge, or I'm wondering if I should head on up over and start disarming the creature.
Well, right now you're in range of the last remaining marionette, and then otherwise you would probably need to wait. I'll say that you can do that.
Alright.
You would just go at the end of the initiative order.
Alright, in that case, what I'm going to do is first I'm going to use my not as good attack with the spear to see if I can slash at its knee and get it off balance.
Yeah, and go ahead and like roll everything, because you've got 3 attacks, so it takes like a good minute and a half or 2 minutes to resolve all of it. And then
Alright, hit for 22, invalid damage formula. Oh, I see the problem there. It's,
one of them's a 12, and you got a 1 on the D8, and then the next one you got a 5, and then, well, that's
Alright,
fine.
so I definitely hack its leg when adding 4 to this. 13.
Okay.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 11.
So is this for the marionette?
This is for the marionette.
All right. Describe how you kill it.
Alright, Grimble's gonna, with his spear, slash at the thing's leg, and that'll undo it, and it goes flying into the abyss.
Nice. You got it.
Next, Grimble is going to, would it be possible to charge on over with the Lance of Law and strike the spider thing?
Probably not. Have you already done your shield bash?
I have not done the shield bash yet.
Now, you could do that, but just so you know, you would be using some kind of stunt to use your shield, which you could do, but then you'll be surrounded by spiders way ahead of your allies. So that is
Alright.
something.
Would I be able to, instead of a shield bash, well, I probably should have done that with this thing if I'd have a bit more hit points. Would I be able to turtle up so my armor would be better?
Yeah, I'll say that you can do that, but you need to succeed on your stunt die.
You bet. Alright.
Your D8 was a 7. It succeeds. I'll give you a +2. Just remind me of that the next round.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Patrick.
Yeah, I see those horrible insects approaching, and I'm gonna cast my favorite one, like, crispy, and he's gonna say, the more crispier they are, the more tastier they are, and he's gonna, and he did like free raise of 7 damage to 3 of those things.
It did it to 3 of them, 7 damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they need to roll D15 past D15 fortitude to not to get on fire. So.
Okay. Let's see here. There we go. One of them passed. 2 of them failed.
Yeah. So they got on fire. So I think it's one. Wait. Reflect. It's reflect. Sorry. It's 1d6 damage until until they're gonna pass.
You can go ahead and roll
1d6
for this round.
Okay. Just give me a second, sorry.
That's right. And Jessica, I'm going to give you this monster on your round, the one that's under your command.
It's just 1 damage, doesn't matter. Yeah, I just accidentally rolled 1d5. It's still 1 damage, yeah, plus.
Alright.
I get this round.
Gotcha.
And the next, can I like just, leave the next stuck for like,
Go to the bottom of the round? No,
yeah.
I'm going to say... well, you have to...
Oh, it's okay. Then I just gonna then that's because I rolled all the damage. It was actually like very good damage.
Yeah. All right.
but let's say that it's not gonna be like I'm not gonna do it next time. When I'm gonna get closer,
I see
what
what you're saying, and it's all theater of the mind. So, in case of Patrick and Grimble, what I'm going to say is that these things are going to arrive after your next turn, anyways. And they have to get to you, right? Because like it's abstracted. It's not like you have a grid where you can make these decisions. So don't worry. Okay. So actually, in fact, you don't have to worry about the AC bonus, Grimble. And so that happens. They use their turn with both of their action die to get to you. And then the NPCs are able to act first after they arrive there. So okay. I'm going to go ahead and roll for all of them. Two of them hit. One does D8 plus another 3 is 5. And the other one does a regular D6 for 4. And that brings us back to Jessica.
Yes. I already rolled for it. I casted Spiritual Weapon, which, if I remember the 5e equivalent, it's just like a magic weapon or like a spirit.
You should have a manifestation chart, but we can do that.
Yeah, it does. The cleric's weapon glows with in this case, an unholy radiance and leaps into the air, moving about as if wielded by an invisible champion. And I actually got a 21. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So it has Sacred Defender, which any attacks towards me, the attackers get -2.
Remind me of that, or calculate it. Went in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, and then I just can have it target a different attacker or enemy, and it'll attack on its own. So I'm gonna have it attack. What is it? The one last marionette, if I remember right.
How many turns is it under your control?
The marionette.
Mm-hmm.
4 rounds, it says.
So it's yours right now. I mean, you can use him. You can take 2. Actually, I'll go ahead and resolve that while you make your, because you have another attack and you have your spiritual weapon, right? Or does the spiritual weapon take effect next turn?
It takes effect next turn.
Okay, you can go ahead and make your attack. I'll attack with these 2 with your puppet now. You have taken the puppet from the puppeteers and made it yours. And it hits both times. Hewing one of them into 2, probably sacrificing itself next round, but destroying one of the spider monsters.
Oh, nice. Alright, I will attack they're far, so I guess I'm going to charge.
No, they came up to you all, so they're within range now.
Oh, okay. Then I will just charge and attack with my battle axe until it is floating around on its own.
Alright.
And that does not hit. That was a 3.
Alright, Grimble.
Alright, first things first, I'm going to jam the spear into its mechanism so it can't use its wonderful claws. You're usually better rolling them. Sorry. Okay, I'll do it. So let's see if I can disarm this thing.
I just need to know the result of the D8, and if you could go ahead and roll for damage. Let's see, D8, you got a 4. Your D does not go off, but you can go ahead and roll for the damage, and you can do your next 2 attacks.
That would be 7.
7 damage.
I see what the problem is. Okay, pardon me. Oh shit. Okay, that's. Alright, next I'm going to.
Well, actually,
bash.
I got your D16 here. You got an 11 for that plus 4. Well, it still hits, though.
Okay. Next I'm going to use the. I'm going to use the shield bash to bash that thing on the ground and get up on its back.
Alright. Okay, let's see. The D8 on that case does not go off, but you do the shield bash, which I can't remember. I think it's just an attack, so you can do damage with your shield, right?
Yep. Alright, and then with the last one, I think I will just try to disarm the thing again.
Alright.
16.
Alright, 16, and then I see that your D8 was a 3, so the D doesn't go off, so you got a 16 to attack, and you can roll for damage.
Alright. Well, at least I'm picking them.
And something you can do on your between your turn, like this is just a very combat oriented game, so you know you're going to do the same 3 attacks. You're going to roll a D20 twice with a D8 with a bonus, and then you're going to roll a D16 with a D8. So like go ahead and roll it when it's not your turn. That way it's already, you know.
Okay.
And we can read the tea leaves then after the fact. Okay, so 3 that
So
that's
7
the damage.
altogether.
7. Is that yeah, so right, okay.
All of these were going to the same spider thing.
Gotcha. All right. And Patrick.
So I have a question now. I rolled 1, but with all the bonuses, it's not 1. So does it still count as failure?
Yeah.
That means some failed.
So yeah, that's like the one thing you can do when you're a high level wizard is just roll a 1. Like it's almost like the saying, right? Like don't roll a 1, right? Which is awesome because I want you to roll a 1 because it's going to be really interesting. I would recommend let's go ahead and resolve your attack first, like your melee attack, and then like roll out all your corruption stuff because it's going to get crazy.
Okay, let me just throw the spear of law. So he's gonna take the spear and just gonna try to stop them with it. See if he's gonna succeed. Nope.
Oh no. Oh no, yes, that misses. Oh no. Okay. All right, yeah, go ahead and look at the chart and see what happens on a 1 and roll it
okay,
out.
so let's me like do the corruption thing.
I'm gonna do the monsters. Let's see here. There are only 3 of them left. The other one's still under Jessica's command. Let's see, they haven't even gotten a chance to attack yet, so I have to actually go back and look at their abilities. Okay, they have, come on, 2d20, so there are 3 of them, 6d20, and they have plus 6 to hit. So, at this point, like, I think you guys are still kind of tanking it. One of them gets a crit. So, monster crit. Crit table monsters. I rolled a 8. Oof. Oof. I'm going to roll a d2 and see if it's going to be Grimble or Patrick. But this is bad. It's real bad.
I'll take all of it.
It's Patrick. Now,
yeah.
So actually, doubly bad news for Patrick. Okay, so it says it shatters your forearm. You take another d6 damage. So you take 4 damage from this attack. I haven't even rolled the damage yet, but go ahead and mark off 4. And then your arm is useless until it's healed. So you now have 1 arm.
Oh. Okay.
And it also does... Let's see. I'm going to say 6. What's your armor class, Grimble?
My armor class is currently 19.
19. Yeah, none of these are going to hit any of you all. Yeah, no, they're not. And also make a fortitude save, Patrick.
How much is the success? Anyway, I rolled 20, so...
You passed. Nice. You take another 6 damage from the attack, and then you pass the fortitude save, and that's their turn.
So another 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's already on 14. That's kind of...
Yeah.
So I need to resolve the corruption. So let me.
Oh, go ahead.
Let me roll 1d8 and see what's happened to me.
I don't think any of this, the rest of the stuff I'm going to do doesn't affect you. It's just your allies are going to help you.
Yeah. So let me tell you what's happened. Yeah.
Go
for it. I rolled 3. So on 3 I got. The caster's skin is permanently sunburned.
You tried to cast a fire and it just like and you burned yourself.
Yeah, and Patrick is gonna and his arm he's screaming and he's burning it's grisly. When you see that Patrick is grisly thing, Yeah.
Grimble just thinking, gee.
Yeah.
Yes, and he also lost the spell, so... Yeah.
Oh no, his most powerful spell when it's needed the most. Okay, well the good news is that I resolved the attacks from the NPCs, and Giza launched himself through the air and used the big shear and hewed half the eyeballs off of one of these knitting spiders, and the thing just... does the spider thing where its knitting needles just collapsed into itself. So there are 2 of these left, and that brings us to Jessica.
Oh. Alright, yeah. Spiritual weapon has finally kicked into effect. And I'm going to send my battle axe towards one of them.
Alright.
Let's see. Oh, that's a wrong dice. I was about to roll a piece. Does a 18 hit?
18 hits.
Okay, and it does an addition.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no, I'm just making sure all my math checks out. Ooh. It does 11 points of damage.
Alright, you do 11 points of damage, slaying one of the remaining spiders. These things don't seem to have morale. They seem to be fighting to the death under the influence of something. Sadly, your marionette, first of all, it misses the remaining spider, and then on the last one, it seems to freeze up, unable to make an attack for... maybe under the power of the spider. Probably the spider it takes its strings, even though you're commanding it, and then pulls the strings, so this thing is and unable to attack. It's frozen for the next 2 rounds, and you lose control of it. Anything else, Jeff?
I just have the last D14, and then since my hands are free, I'm gonna use my bow and shoot the other puppet master.
Alright.
For the last one. That's a 14 to hit.
14 misses.
Alright, and there we go.
Grimble.
Alright. There we go, rolled them properly. Does a 13 or 12 hit?
No. The 15 hits.
Right. Excellent.
And your deed goes off for it.
Splendid. In that case, one of the dying marionette spiders, Grimble's just gonna slam his shield into its face in hopes of dizzying it.
Alright.
Alright, and we're gonna roll. Two damage.
Okay. and I will give it a -2, well, -4 to attack the next time for one of its action dice. Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick just did like sorry, give me a second. He's doing the flaming hand stuff, you know. He still have some fire in it. Like, so he's gonna, like, you know, and he does blast of fire. Like, so he's gonna come and just, you know, make sure that it's not gonna. He made 2 blasts of fire.
All right.
And it's kind of, and it did, like, you know, each one did 20 damage.
Oh, nice. If that's the case, I can say that you basically do 2 fireballs, and you can kill both the marionette that remains and its spider master.
Yeah, so it's kind of, yeah, it's not a fireball, but it's like, you know, like a fire, this thing. No, anyway, it's a blast of fire, so yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and he also, he loses his toe, like on a foot, miles away. He doesn't have one toe.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah, and you see, like, Patrick is just standing there. My hand. Reach out. It hurts.
He's like covered in 2nd-degree burns all over his body, missing a toe. Your arm is shattered from this. Yeah, it's.
Patrick's not having a good day after being the hero.
You do have a cleric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right.
So
I'm lawful.
I think that you need 2 hit dice to correct the shattered elbow or arm as a result from lay on hands, and then separate from that to heal him is whatever, you know. I think that's how it is on the chart, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm gonna lay on hands and target his, you know, broken bones. Let's see. I got a nat 20.
Ooh.
That is bad, isn't it?
That's good. That's the highest category. Well, I mean, that just fixes the arm. That's that. Actually, let's. No, yeah, you said you're gonna. Yeah, so okay, so that fixes the arm.
Yeah, and then the rest of it I will cast again for healing. Let's see. And I got an 18.
Nice.
Oh, nice. How much is that, like?
For an opposed lineman, I believe you barely get, I want to say 2 hit dice.
What kind of dice? My 1d4, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am double checking that right now.
That's fine. It's 2d4,
Oh,
yeah.
1 hit dice, yeah.
Oof.
1d4.
Alright, okay. Yeah. Oh, I got 4. Nice.
Now
Thank
you can attempt it again. The risk is just disfavor, right? So
No, wait. No rush, and what is gonna say? You fixed my arm. Thank you, Lady Jessica. That feels nice, but the portion is still there. It still hurts, but it's just annoying. Thank you. Let me try. Maybe I can. I just found out. I learned a new spell to create a potion, and let me try to. Maybe I can make a very useful potion.
okay.
You never know.
Yeah. Jessica just smiles and says, "Don't thank me. Thank Ozzy Dahaka for your mending."
Because you can always take a lower result on the chart. Yeah. So
Let me. I can.
yeah, like if you roll high and you want to take a lower result on the chart, you can do that.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, so let me roll and see what I'm gonna have. So it's intelligence plus 4. It's 16 and plus 6, so it's 22. See what I can get for 22. Sorry, just a second.
No, it's
Just
okay.
quick-
Yeah, you didn't know, and I mean it's interesting.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
so it's 22. Okay. Oh, so I can take the smaller one, yeah? Because either I gonna make like a shrinking, growth, levitation, water breathing, because it's for 22. But if I take like one of the lower, I can do like the healing one.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. Okay. So healing, and then for healing, what does it says? Just give me a second. Yeah, it's first time I'm using it, so just bear with me. Sorry. And yeah, healing is heals 1d6 plus 1 hit point. Yeah.
All
So
right.
it's a spore from the giant mushrooms. Create a potion like I manifest the potion from the spores, and well, see, I can now make very useful things here. And he's gonna like take that potion and gonna blub 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 blub. And let's see what I get.
Nice.
And I get 6, so back to my health.
Nice.
If anyone needs healing, I might try to create another potion. If I can, I don't know. I can probably.
I think that Grimble only took a couple of points off, right?
Just one.
Yeah, so I think you are okay.
Yeah, he'll just deal with the cuts until he needs more healing.
There's only one choice here. It's clear to you that you've checked all the rooms on the first floor. It seems like there's only one way to go. So this hallway leads into a four-way intersection. Let me move you up a little bit more here. On this four-way intersection, you can see it turns left and right. There are windows as well in the hallways. There's a door to your left at the far end of one, to the right on another, and straight ahead. Where do you go? We're back to Grimble, I believe. You can decide this time.
Let us start with the right.
All right, you head to the right. And you go into this room. I'll describe what you see in here. You see, let me pan the camera again. And the room is decorated in soft pastel colors. Pictures of dancing bears and cavorting felines are painted directly on the plaster walls. A carpet with the face of a big jester is woven into it, covers the floor. There are overflowing chests filled with children's toys. The toys are a myriad of playthings. That's what you see when you come in here. There is a door on the other side of the room. It is also one of the ones that's got a threshold and then just darkness.
I say let's skip this place and let's take the door.
All
I
right.
don't want any more creepy killer dolls after us.
I don't trust this place as far as I can through it. We continue through the door.
Okay.
Oh, right, because it sends us to the other door. I'm sorry, we meant the door going right, right?
There's
Or did it
only
just
one door
bring
in
us
the room.
around? Okay.
So you go through this dark room, this dark door, and you come out into another room. It has comfortable-looking salon with faded floral wallpaper, overstuffed chairs, a woven carpet, and dimly burning chandelier resides beyond the door. One wall of the room is covered in tiny portraits, each no longer or larger than a palm. Each painting depicts a man or a woman in a panoply of archaic dress styles. Thin strands of red thread connect the pictures in an untidy skein of webs. If you remember that meme of the guy from It's Always Sunny where he's got like the threads everywhere, those are like little portraits of people with all sorts of old styles of dress and threads going amongst all of them. There's an archaic mirror hanging on the opposite wall. And apart from that, there are 2 other doors, one to your right and one straight ahead.
We'll go down the white door straight ahead.
Okay.
No one looks at the portraits.
Not
I
one.
mean,
I'm gonna check to
after
see
all
if the
that
PC
crap.
I
does.
think we know that they're all connected. Yeah.
Oh, for heaven's sake, this poor fucking halfling.
Yeah, he says, and he fails again, and let me see what happens to him. He's down to 6.
Oh.
7. He stops and he says, wait, that's my dear grandmother. It's my dear grandmother. Wait a second. Wait. And then from the grandmother, it's like, my mother. And then as he's holding his arm up, you can see he's probably wearing like one of those. I can't remember. I never can remember this. And it's funny because these shirts come up all the time. The shirts from The Hobbit, like that the Hobbits wear.
Yeah.
Those fancy shirts. He's got one of those shirts on, and then he's lifting it up and he's pointing to his mother, and he sees his different family members threaded together, and then he looks at his arm and he screams. And the fabric of the shirt that's usually wavy, you can see stitches along the shirt, and the stitches pulse with blood. And on the wrist, it just goes from shirt into flesh as his clothing turns into his body.
Oh,
And the
this
shirt-
poor halfling.
Perhaps we should put him out of his misery.
He's like, no! And he screams when you say that.
Patrick gonna say to him, keep it together, you're doing great!
He is neither doing it great or pulling it together. We go through the white door.
And so everyone averts their eyes and doesn't look at the portraits.
Correct.
Yeah, and I'm not on the Hopkins as well, like, you're doing great, and Patrick just looks like to the other side.
All right, and Grimble, you said the door to the right,
The white door, but it can be
the one
right.
straight ahead, or the
Yeah, straight ahead. It feels like that we should go there.
I didn't
Okay.
even know there was a door there.
All right, so you go straight ahead and you come into here, and you notice that there's stairs that go up. It's narrow here. The stairs are old, dusty, and wooden.
Do we explore the rest of the floor first, or shall we ascend?
Do you want to explore the rest of the floor? What, you're looking for treasure here?
We found the shears, didn't we?
Well,
If we wish to continue, I'm not going to hold it against anyone.
you know what? The one thing we found here, more than anything, is all crazy crap. So how about we just go up?
Agreed.
And up we shall go.
All right. I think I want like this nice violin music going on here. All right, you go up. Let's see here to the attic of the house.
Also, on that menacing note, mind if I use the washroom real quick?
Yeah. You can do that. Are you all? Quick question on that note. Are you all able to go a bit over today?
Oh, I'm definitely down. Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to be, man.
No problem. Yeah, that's fine. In that case,
Oh, you can't leave the seat. You're here now.
I can go a bit, and I'm also going to. I will dash and do that and come right back. I'll be right back.
Yeah, let's make like 5 minutes break then, or 2 or 3. I don't know. Whatever.
Hey, get down. Dog. Okay.
Just wait till Glenn gets back.
Yeah. By the way, Ross, did you have your operation?
Oh, thank you for asking. I'll let you know after the session since we're recording. Not that I care that much, but
no, just like no. Okay. Yeah, hopefully, like it's gonna be, everything is gonna be good.
thank you very much. Glenn, you back with us? Maybe.
Yeah, I'm here. I was just grabbing a water real quick.
Oh, right on, right on. Yeah, you're mobile. You have a phone. And then Tanner, are you back?
Yeah.
By the way, Glenn, are you serious about running Warhammer?
Ooh.
This time slot?
Oh yeah. Once the afternoon games go, if everything goes well, then yeah, some Warhammer, maybe mixed with a bit of DCC. See how it goes.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, or you can use just I don't know. Yeah, we can use that.
Well, I mean, I was gonna try out the original system, and then, if it's too clunky, then I can just mesh it over with DCC. It's super easy to mesh anything with this, to be honest.
Hmm. Well, I played a little bit of first edition, and the GM run it. Like the only thing that he didn't like, but you need to have maps, mate. It's a Warhammer after all, so I think you still need to do like maps and stuff.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's one thing. But I'll definitely get it going here eventually.
Let me know, what you might like to do, Glenn. I don't know if I would play in it, but if I would, I'd be happy to try to do an arrangement like we do with Planescape, where, because I love sharing the artwork. Like, you have the artwork of the Fomorian Underground that's in the book that is from that Monty Cook book, and I put it up there, so everybody could see it, so that's. And then after the session, you can watch it. It sucks that you can't do it during the game, but
I know.
I think that's been value added, though, being able to share that. Or like when we went to what's the plane of existence? I can't think.
Which one?
The one the Fomorians are on, like that. Okay.
Oh god, what is it called? I'm gonna have to look again.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like underground ants. Living on a plane of law.
Yeah, I took that map of it and I put it up with music from the game album, and so I think I had fun with it. Anyways, you back, Tanner?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'm just curious what you guys were chatting about there. What's he gonna get together?
Possibly a Warhammer game. Maybe.
Ooh.
All right, let's do it. So you all climb the stairs, and it leads into a vast, musty attic. Angled rafters support a pitched roof. In other words, this is like an attic. It's dusty in here. Old dust motes drift in the air like restless spirits. There's a smell of age to this place. And despite the elevation, despite having traveled through the house, you still smell blood and meat. Spun cobwebs cling to the rafters on the ground. It's littered with shadowy boxes everywhere. Shadowy boxes. And, let's see here. There are trunks and other long left and forgotten objects. You can see a pathway ahead. This is actually not a doorway, even though it shows a door. It actually leads into another room. Though from where you are, you're not sure what is there. I think we're back to Patrick, if I recall. Patrick.
Yeah.
Which way do we go? What do we do?
Okay, so there are a lot of different, weird stuff here. So what do we see around us?
Take a look around, and you see boxes and stuff. You also see, it looks as if it's one of those things that's like a mannequin that you'd have like in a clothing store, where but it's just the bodice or the body of the mannequin with and then it has like clothing, like old dresses. And as you look at it, it turns its head towards you. And starts to move. And everybody can roll for initiative.
With pleasure.
As these mannequins seem to come to life and start to shift towards you. In addition to that, out of the boxes, rags form into the form of flapping wings.
Oh, that's cute.
And they start to flap around the room.
Ooh, what a cute thingy.
Yeah, it's probably filled with like black bile and gristle and stuff because chaos, but I kind of love this. Nightmare Fuel. Cute little toy bat with a little pig nose.
What'd you get, Grimble?
21.
Grimble got 21. Patrick?
4.
4? Okay. And Jessica?
I got an 8.
Jessica got an 8, and I got a 7 for the NPCs. All right, Grimble, you're able to act first.
Splendid. How close are they?
This is now more like a tactical map. I think the distance is even correct. Let me check.
Wonderful.
Yeah, this distance is correct. So they're all within a few feet. You do whatever you want, in other words.
Excellent. Grimble's gonna go up to the mannequin, and he's gonna do his 3 attacks. Bang! Alright, 14, 13, and 20 for the... Well, the Shield Bash is doing work today.
Now, is this on that dress?
That is on the mannequin, yes.
Okay. Okay.
If I've done something wrong,
No,
don't be scared to let me
no,
know.
you haven't. I was just checking the. It's a 14 is to hit. A 14 hits.
Splendid. Then while he misses with the second spear thrust, he is going to jab with the spear, and he got a 2 on the D8, so nothing goes through. And he's going... And the Shield Bash, that got a 5, so let's say that he turtles up.
Okay. Yeah, you can remind me to get a +2 to AC then the next turn. How much damage?
3 plus 1d8 plus 5. That would be only 8 damage.
Okay, 8 damage to one of them. Okay. Anything else?
I've moved. I've done my 3 attacks. On to the next guy.
You rush forward to this dress as it starts to hobble towards you all, and as you slash into it, where the fabric is, you tear the fabric of the dress, and when it tears, blood flies out of it. Let's see. That makes it too many initiatives. Jessica's turn.
With an 8? Man. Okay. Spiritual weapon, I want to say is still going off.
Oh, wait, no, it's their turn. My bad. They rolled a 12.
Yeah.
I just wrote them further down. Here we go. Okay, so this one's going to attack Grimble first.
Gonna go ahead and say no, Chief.
Nice. Well, it does have a +5. Yeah, and then it's gonna... I think that might actually just be it, though. Yeah, actually, ignore that. Well, this is the second one. +8 is a 17. And it attacks... Where's the other one at? Over here, it moves up. It attacks Jessica, who's right there. It does a 17 hit Jessica. Actually, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to move.
No, if the spiritual weapon is still going on.
How long does spiritual weapon last?
It was on for 6 rounds, I believe that said.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll say that's still active. You all moved really fast. You didn't interact with much after you saw what this place was doing. So, okay. So, you hear this go... It just... The veil on its face flaps as it screams this blood-curdling scream. But your spiritual weapon clearly absorbs the energy coming from this thing. And then the bats are all going to swarm in and start attacking everyone. And I'm just going to make them just do a surround. They're just going to do 2 at a time. So these 2 are going to attack Patrick. One gets a nat 20. Does a 16. Does a 19 hit Patrick?
No.
Good. Okay. And then it does a monster crit.
Poor Patrick.
Well, you say poor Patrick, but he is like a demigod right now, so there's that.
He did
Yeah.
lose his
Oh my.
arm earlier.
Is it 11 damage I could get?
No, this is its crit. It slashes your throat. This cute little fabric bat comes in and just and you discover that the fabric slices like a knife, and it slices across your throat, and you hear Patrick gurgle as blood sprays out of his throat, and you have a wound, and you are unable to speak. Which means you can't cast any spell that requires you to speak, which is, I think, most of them.
No. So some of them I can cast without anything.
Yeah. If it's something that says you don't need to speak, then indeed you can still cast them. Nonetheless, until you are healed, You can't speak, and the next round you can't act as you're struggling to breathe and you're gurgling and blood spraying out of your throat.
Okay.
That's 2 of them. 2 of them are going to attack Jeffica.
All right.
I think those both miss based on what you were saying. 2 of them are going to try to attack Giza. Those both miss, and then 2 of them are going to attack your NPC friend. Grimble's not over here, and those both miss as well. And I think both of the dresses already acted this turn. Grimble, you got attacked by the dress, right? And it missed.
That's right.
All right, that's their turn. That brings us to Jeffica.
All right. Spirit's weapon in the way. So I'm gonna send it to attack. Is the bats counting as a swarm, or are they separate?
They are separate, but I mean, you can. What are you trying to do?
I was gonna command the battle axe to just attack the bat.
Oh yeah, no, they're each individual monsters. Yeah.
All right. Then he'll go after one battle or not battle axe. One bat. Does a 19 hit?
19 does hit.
Okay, with plus a 1d3 extra damage, and that. He does 12 points of damage.
Alright, you kill one of the bats.
Alright. And then... Jeff herself's not going to do anything, but the snake is going to try and attack another bat.
Yeah, we forgot the snakes. The snake.
Yeah. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 hits.
Alright. Okay, that is... Oh my god. 15 points of damage.
Alright, you kill a second bat.
The snake jumping up and swallowing a fabric bat.
Want to cut its throat?
I don't know, that's good.
I think it just slices into the fabric and tears it, and it just rips open, and you see a combination of like fluff that would stuff the chairs downstairs with blood spray out of this thing everywhere.
Okay. And then that's it for Jeffica.
Okay.
Ain't gonna move or anything else.
The 2 NPCs are going to attack the bats as well. And they, not only do they not hit, but who is it that got a... yeah, that does not hit, and he fumbles. I think he's got a very low fumble die, because I don't think he's wearing very much armor, although he maxes out the fumble. And so his weapon is damaged, and it is magical. Sword hilt falls off. The weapon can be repaired with 2 minutes of work. It doesn't say, so I'm going to say that, yeah, he breaks the shears on... the bat just tears the handle off the shears such that you'd have to hold the shears by the sharp part, which is a bad idea, I guess, right? And it breaks off in his hand, and he's lost the shear. Okay. That's their attacks. That sucks. Patrick.
Patrick cannot speak, right?
Patrick cannot speak. Oh yeah, and actually you lose your turn because you're gurgling for air right now.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm for the. So will I be like losing the turns until I?
No, next turn you'll have your turn back, but you won't be able to speak until you're healed.
That's fine.
All right, Grimble.
All right. Gonna do all those attacks again on the same target. Alright, 25 hits. That is a 4 on the D8. It would actually give me something.
Oh, nice.
Is that thing about my same size?
It is about the same size, yeah.
Okay,
all your attacks hit.
Excellent. I'm going to do a pushback action to push it into the blocks and boxes, and I'm going to, with this other one...
Roll your damage. Go ahead and roll all your damage.
Of course. This is going to be a lot, too. D8 plus 1d3 plus 9.
Yeah, describe how you kill it.
Oh,
Holy Hannah. Okay, so Grimble is going to jam its bottom half with his spear, force it into the boxes and stuff like an action movie, and he's gonna walk over and just stab, stab, stab until it's finally stopped moving before turning around to face the bats.
Fluff, like that you'd fluff a pillow with, or a duvet or something, flies up, as well as Icarus blood, and it gets all over you until you're almost like a what do you call, like a tarred chicken, you know, like where it's just like black Icarus blood all over your face, and then also fabric as well. You're just covered in blood and fabric both. Let's see, and that makes it the monster's turn. This one's going to not need to move, it's just going to attack. And it's going to attack Jeffica. It misses. These two are going to attack Patrick again. Another nat 20.
Oh my god.
The other one
They
misses.
really do not like him.
Yeah. It does. I'm not going to do that math right there, so it just does 6 points of damage, but it also does monster crit of 6. The fabric, it flaps over to you as you're fighting it off, and you're like that, and you're trying to get the bats off. The fabric, it starts eating into your chest and pulling your flesh apart as it tries to burrow into you.
Okay, so how much damage do I get in total?
2d6 damage and another d6 per round. Until you kill this thing. You take another 8 damage. And each
so it's
round...
4 plus 8?
Yes.
So it's 12 damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
12 total. And then d6 per round until this thing is dead. 2 of them are going to attack Jeffica. Oh, I rolled the wrong thing. And I won't... No, you might be able to roll lower than... Okay. 5 and 6 both miss, and then 1 is left for the snake. It hits the snake for 2 damage. Your snake takes 2 damage, Jeffica. And I need to check and see if these things have more than 1 action die. They only have 1 action die. Oh, this is an interesting problem. It kicks up a choking dust cloud as well as they're attacking, and every time they hit, they automatically hit the next round. So I think only Patrick was hit, so it already hit anyway. Well, Jeffica, were you hit last round?
No.
All right, yeah, I think that's it. All right, that brings us to Jeffica. Glenn, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
It's Jeffica's turn.
Okay. Yeah, I was cutting out. Let's see. Well, I don't know if these demonic toys technically count as dead. Like,
What are you trying to do?
animate dead.
Yeah, if they're dead, then yes. Which, yes. So there are 3 dead in here currently.
Okay. Let's see what I can do here. Animating dead. Ooh, that is a 26.
Nice.
Okay, so even these are toys, or well, killer things. I can create 10 skeletons or 3 zombies, whichever one has 2 times my caster level. So I guess I can resurrect all the dead boy bats.
You resurrect the bats, and then you said your caster level. So
Yeah, I can do it.
They have
Sure.
2d8 hit dice, and then the other one has 4d6. So I think you can raise all of them.
Ooh, nice. I got 6 hit dice if I'm doing this right.
does this happen next turn? Yeah, because they can't act this turn, right?
Yes, casting time 1 action.
All right,
So that's
you can go ahead and roll for your snake and whatever your other action is.
okay. So the other action is battle axe, taking a swing at the other bat that's attacking Patrick.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good
7.
idea. You have to hit armor class 16.
Okay, 17 hits then.
All right.
And then that does 13 points of damage.
All right. Let's see. You kill the one that was burrowing into his chest.
All right, that's awesome. And then, what was the other things in the room? Was it just more bats?
Yeah, more bats and one more dress, and you have a snake. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the snake is going to go after the killer dress.
Okay.
Let's see how that goes. That's a 15 hit.
15 hits.
Okay. Let me just roll all these at once. Doing 6 points of damage.
All right. That's the NPC's turn. I'll just resolve all their attacks here. And they are just not having super great luck. Giza has to switch to his other weapon because this one's broken. And I'll just say they're attacking the same bat. That seems more tactically advantageous right now. And that brings us to Patrick.
Yeah, I'm gonna transform
Nice.
to Hydra with
Okay.
15 heads.
Nice.
Yeah, because like to 12. Yeah, to 12 heads. Sorry, 12 heads, and yeah, and each head does. I don't understand how
Like
do you
everybody's
like, you know,
looking at you when you get your throat sliced and this thing's burning into, and you're like, all right, fine, and then you're just like, and you turn into a Hydra.
each head has 7 HP. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is damage. I don't know how to read it. Like, so this is what does it?
You roll a d20 and add +6 to attack.
Ah,
And you
okay.
can do it for every single head. Go ahead and do that.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it has 12 heads.
So roll roll 12d20. Just roll 12d20 in the chat.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like attacking all the stuff that's around me. I don't know,
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah, do it. Yeah, roll.
like all those bastards that are here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So,
Mhm.
let me roll. So, so it's 12 d20. Yeah, plus no 12 d.
Just roll
d20.
12d20. Yeah, that's. And then we can read it from there. A lot of these things. All right. So, for example, you get 2 fumbles right off the bat. So you can roll. I think it's probably, we'll just say it's a d6 because this thing. I'm sure it's more than that, but we'll favor it. And then from that, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me do it again. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. So you can roll 8d10 plus. And that's where my math fails me. 8 times 4 is. I need to go back to school. That's sad. My brain's a little bit not great though. In my defense.
So,
Did you get it?
okay, so I rolled on a crit 1. Does it?
That's a fumble, and you'd roll that twice. But so you'd roll again. Let's just start with the bottom part, okay?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8d10. 8d10.
Okay.
Because none of this will matter if this happens. All right. So 40 points is like heads. This is what I was talking about. Like these heads sprout out of you. Plus, you have the raw arithmetic of another 4 times all of those attacks. So the heads just like start swallowing and tearing apart the bats and kill them all.
Yep.
And as well as the dress. You still have these 3 undead under your command. How long does that last?
I rolled. It is. Let's see what it is. 24, 23. A full month.
Nice. Okay, so you have 3 new undead under your command. All right. Well, there's only one place to go, and I'll put these undead minions in the back, and let's move you over here.
Whoever needs to be healed must be healed now.
Oh yeah, maybe you should heal if anybody needs to be healed.
Yeah, Patrick needs to be healing, but he's now kinda Hydra for 1 hour. I don't know.
So let's do it this way. Jessica, just roll like 5d20. Or actually, let me do it since I'm in chat. Can I do it? This way everybody can see it. We'll have a record of it. Here we go. 5d20. And I can parse this. Like I can look, right? So right off the bat, a 17 plus all of your bonuses, I know that he's going to get 2d4 hit dice, I think, right? With all your bonuses. And then what is your target number that you need to save? Like what is your threshold for him to get a hit dice? What's the target? This is why Thaco is a good thing. So that's what Thaco is.
Damn right.
He is a lawful character, right?
Yes.
He needs at least an 18 to get 1 hit dice.
Okay, and then what's your bonus? This is the downside to Thaco is you have to program.
My bonus is.
You said an 18?
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's that was my bad. For 1 hit dice, he needs at least a 13.
13. Okay, so I know that you're level 6, so you get a +6. So you got. So that means that right now you have 3d4 healing that he takes the time, and you don't have any disfavor, although you failed 3 times, so your disfavor range is now 1 through 3. There you go.
There we go.
So, Patrick, you can roll 3d4 and get that many hit points back.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so then Patrick is gonna Hydra with 12, a couple of them just started fighting, during the fight, of course, because they fumbled, so they probably hit each other, but then he transforms back to the Patrick, and then you're gonna come
how long does
and try
that
to
last?
heal. Until I choose so.
You might want to stay a big giant monster for a little bit, maybe.
Indeed.
Can I go through the door?
Sure. You rip the door open off the hinges and tear the wall out. I feel like you get to choose on this one. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I should also mention that Grimble will let him
Here, I'll roll your 3d4.
take the first in line in the marching order.
Okay, fine then. Yeah, then I'm gonna be still a Hydra, that you don't need to heal me. So
my roll sucked. Roll 3d4. Let's go ahead and roll it.
3d4. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to impose that on you. That was terrible. 2 1s. Holy smokes!
Oof.
All right, that's a lot better. Okay, so you got 9 hit points back. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You all want to keep healing?
I don't need any healing personally.
No.
No.
I don't think I've taken any damage yet.
Patrick, you're okay?
Yeah, I'm 21, so
okay.
I have 24 in total. So.
All right, here we go. There's only one place to go, so let's
so Patrick, big Hydra is still going through the door, and
I will also mention, Grimble is probably letting him be the first guy in the marching order, because mighty a dwarf as he is, nothing's gonna top many-headed Hydra. breaking through walls.
You tear the doors off and rip your way through the through there to the other side. Patrick, everyone coming in behind you.
Yeah, it's. By the way, I think it's 1 hour. If I want to go back, I can go back when I choose to. So in total, it's 1 hour.
All right. This large chamber has a pitched ceiling and exposed beams of a common attic. It's not constructed, however, from timber. Instead, you see bloated, turgid flesh flushed with vitality, forming the confines of the room. A floor of fleshy boards stretches before you, supporting a small collection of old furniture and other bric-a-brac. Dominating the room is a feminine figure nearly 12 feet tall, hanging above the floor. Strips of ragged web-like cloth are entwined around her and stretch out to merge with the ceiling and the walls. An otherwise aristocratic face stares down at you impassively, evaluating you for some unknown purpose. What do you do or say?
12 times.
She says, Why? Why is this monster let loose in my house? Why would you do this? Please help me.
If I were to venture a guess, that's probably because all of your creepy mannequins have tried to kill us.
No, it's all a misunderstanding. You don't understand. I'm imprisoned here in this house. It isn't my fault.
Elaborate further.
It's the custodian. He's the monster. He was placed here to knit this all together. I'm imprisoned in this place. Please, you have to kill him. He warps flesh and dimension together to create the minions.
Do we believe this, Broad?
Where's this custodian?
He's downstairs on the second floor. That is where he keeps all of his parts.
And killing this custodian will break this curse, you say?
Yes, after eons it will finally free me, and we can leave this place.
But who are you?
I am the daughter of the rotted bride. I was once a noble woman, but I was changed and forced to meld into this place. I am a prisoner here like you. And you will share this fate if we do not escape.
And either it's gonna be like one head with another, and they're gonna be gonna be discussing, should we let her, is she telling the truth or not?
Everybody can make a where's my intelligence check. You have to beat a 15.
Okay.
Nat 20.
That 20.
17, I got
17.
it. Wait a sec.
Yeah, and
I didn't get it.
The dwarf is not impressed, but the you can see that it's clear that this whole place is her body, her meat itself, and then she's come in on herself. Meanwhile, Jessica, you hear whispers in your mind saying, "End it now, end it before it's too late."
Is that what Grimble hears, or is he already ready to go?
Yeah, Grimble notices that this is her body. Jessica hears the voices.
Well, madam, and Grimble's just gonna come up all smug and smooth. If you are trapped here, then please allow me, lifts up his spear, to get you out of there. Slink.
All right. Let's see. The wardrobe. Well, yeah, I'll say that you get a surprise, so you can go ahead and attempt to attack her.
Baller.
Just one spear throw or two?
Just one attack. You can attack her once as it's a surprise that you get. Well, I'll say that you guys get a surprise round because you just did it all at once. So you got bam, like kind of exploded into violence on her. So you can do all of your attacks.
All right.
And since this is a surprise round, everybody can go ahead and resolve. You can roll now. You can do your attacks.
Well, Shield Bash doing work.
Alex probably misses.
Let me roll for 12 heater heads.
Yeah.
Only 4 damage from the shield.
4 damage from the shield. Anything else?
Unless a 17 and a 12. Yeah, unless a pair of 12s hit, that's a no-go. Just tons of attacks.
That's rad. Yeah, and then you can just glance. So you get a hit, an armor class 15, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 heads hit.
Yeah. Okay.
I had even a critical one.
I think
20.
5.
So.
You got 5 that hit because I see the 12 plus your bonuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, 5. So and each head does what? Sorry.
And I'll give you the monster crit. So basically, roll a d12. Well, go ahead and resolve your. It's a d10, so that's 5d10
Yeah, 5d10. 5d10.
plus 20, which we'll see. Let me see if she has any kind of stuff to defend herself.
It's 35 in total.
35, and then in addition to that, you also have the 20 because it has the bonus. So right off the bat, these heads just like, I think like, these heads are talking. You see the Grimble attacks, and then her fingers turn into like knitting suture needles as well, and you have all this flesh tendon everywhere, and the head's just like clack, clack, clack. And she screams in pain as like all these Hydra heads start to like chomp into all the tendons and rip it off the walls, and blood starts to spray everywhere, just like a car wash of black Icarus blood flying across the room and dousing everything.
All in a day's work.
55 damage. Just to start with. And then anybody else? I already got Grimble.
You already got Patrick. You guys might as well join in the carnage and paint the room black.
This is a surprise round.
Jessica missed with all of her attacks. The snake hits for 15.
15 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
And then, do I still have those animated bats?
Yes, you also have, I'll go ahead and, let's see, so you have 2 animated bats plus 1 wailing scream. Oh my gosh, they both hit. Okay, in a surprise round of just like furious violence, Grimble, because I want to note, you see rising up out of the flesh and it's actually all the furniture in the previous room. Like there's a dresser that's over on that side, and there's like a cupboard, and you see the doors open in the drawers, and things start to pull themselves out of the drawers and the cupboards, and you see these things coming out of them, these things with masks that are made of fabric. They all start to claw their way out, but before they're able to get there, gosh darn it, where'd she go? Give me a second. Here she is. You rip her free from this, and I think Grimble, you slice into her. The Hydras rip the arteries out, and then I think it's her own minion that you've risen from the dead comes up to her. The dress that was trapped, the flesh dress, takes her and like takes her by the bottom and just like rips her up like a weed and pulls her up out of the house. It sprays blood everywhere, and the whole house like rumbles, as she screams. Let me see what happens as you've destroyed the Sempstress because of a surprise round, which I think is I think it makes sense. The house begins to fall to pieces around you.
Oh man. We haven't even found the exit yet.
You do not have an exit. This is a pocket dimension of a small hell of itself. There is no way out of here unless the cleric or the magic user has a way out.
All right, I got it. I'm gonna invoke my patron, and I'm gonna try asking him to free us from this eternal prison of flesh and clothes.
The halfling, that's like turning into fabric, and with the stitch arteries and the mouth hanging off, touches you and like gives you a pleading look as you can see its mouth hanging out and stitches and everything. It like touches you, and he's going to give you all of his luck, all of it.
Oh God! All right.
So, what is your target number for the highest result? That's what I need to know.
The highest result. I think it is a 36 for the highest result.
Okay, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but a halfling's luck is given at 3, or is it 2? Or maybe it's 2.
Regrettably, it is 2.
Okay, 2. So no problem. So you get 24 added to your result, and you can use your luck too. So there's also that.
You could also spell burn.
Well, clerics can't spell burn, but you can use your luck.
Let's see. So
don't roll a 1.
Do not roll a 1. Or
I
else
want to play
Patrick
level
will
10.
have to save you all somehow.
Let's see. So I got an 18 with my caster level and just the regular roll.
That's the max result right there.
There you go.
All right. So, do you invoke divine intervention? Is that the thing you're trying to do? Now, to do that, you do have to take away 10 disfavor. So you'll lose 10 disfavor right away. And then you're outside the disfavor range. So you see the flesh peeled back, and you see the real world, a glimpse of it through this tear in the flesh.
And then everybody just tell them to all go through the tear. Like, quick, before we get to by the minutes.
Yeah.
Just surfs on his shield out.
All right. As you're...
And he yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Just big heater.
Oh, yeah, you just rip through. You get stuck. You, like the back half of the Patrick Hydra gets stuck for a second, and you have to like pull Patrick out of this dimension as it's falling apart around you.
Quick, where's the oil?
You pull yourself
Like
free from the house of tattered remnants, the hellish dimension of the Sempstress, as you once again have eluded and defeated the Chaos Gods, or at least the host of Chaos that rules over the Court of Chaos. And instead, you make it back separate from your ship, but that could be remedied. That could be remedied, like no big deal, right? Like, and the ship is free out somewhere. We'll talk about that in a second, but nonetheless, you're free into the beautiful alien skies of Earth once again, and you've defeated the Chaos Gods. Now, if you all have just a moment, only a few minutes left, in the time left, you have ushered in an entire new era. You're able in time, first of all, when you go through the tear, eventually, Patrick, you return to normal, and you see after the tear, after you get through it, the halfling starts to return to normal as well, as the horrible effects of the House of Tattered Remnants starts to fade from reality. And you now you take the time, Patrick, you have an astrolabe, if you recall.
Yeah, I do.
And a tricorder. which could use as a communication device. Well, it's that
Yes.
astrolabe. So you're able to just like Star Trek, you're able to call your ship and
Okay.
communicate with them. It's difficult for them to control it, but you take your time. You have all the time in the many worlds now, and you now have the cosmos at your fingertips and the ship. So my last question is, for Jeffica, Patrick, and Grimble, beings of Earth, demigods, and powers, and endless riches, and armies of undead, over the coming age of Earth, what do these demigods do? No longer being pursued by the host of chaos.
If Grimble has
Very
become a
much it.
demigod, you guys first.
No, you go first. I'm just saying
Alright.
that.
I'm
For all
thinking
this time,
Grimble
I worked
would,
it out.
well, he started as a neutral dwarf, became a lawful dwarf over, well, his imaginary career, since it has only been pretty shortly considered. I think he'll want to go back to his people and maybe, while remaining a lawful dwarf civilization, maybe open it up to the outside world a bit more. Spread, like, their innovations and their technologies and their, ways of life to, the surface world and other peoples. Kind of help them find a new golden era of expansion and exceptionalism.
Not only do you do that, but Grimble, by the way, was the boatswain, the bowsman, or not bowsman, what's it called?
He was the disciplinary guy.
He's the guy that made the ship run, and one of the things that guy that does on the boat is you repair it and you fix it and stuff, right? So here you are, this dwarf. If everything you've seen, you've absorbed the knowledge of these ancient structures and technology, and with Patrick and others, you usher in a golden age of the early fourth era of Earth, and you bring all of this technology and stuff back to the light of day and to the people of Earth. What about Patrick?
Patrick is gonna make sure make sure that the children are like, never abused. Like, it's just, make sure that they're wealthy. There is enough wealth for every child on the planet. Like, yeah, and that they have like means to pursue their dreams.
All right. Yeah, so you do that by you have been given this charge by the Scions of Law, like that you're changed, and you need to fulfill that oath to them. And so you use all of your magical and technological knowledge, probably in line with Grimble here, to utterly change the life of the people of Earth, and it becomes this Magitech paradise for a time, and everything changes for the people of this place, and at least part of it, because we're going to get to Jeffica in a second. It might look real different. What was I going to say? This is the third era of humanity on Earth. And this occurs toward the middle or early portions of the third era, which could be thousands of years. All right, and you do that, and like everything changes. What about Jeffica?
Well, my only question for the other two is, are you guys going to keep the ship?
What do you need it for?
Well, Jeffica was gonna, if no one else was gonna use the ship, she was going to use it to explore the new different worlds that are open to us, and set up her own, like, how would I say this in a more logical sense? She wants to become a missionary for Azidahaka and spread the word, and like set up a fortress somewhere on Earth that all these different races can come and worship and train in combat and learn the dark magic in case we ever need it against either A, the planes of law, or B, our rivals, the different chaos lords that are always out there.
That would be
And
exceptional in Grimble's eyes, as long as you do not lash out against the populace or the innovation.
Oh no.
Let me take. So can I take that and kind of like mold it together and connect it to some things and see what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
What about this? So like, first of all, two things. Like, yeah, the ship, right? So you go out into the stars over the coming millennium. Who is to say how many worlds were conquered under the power of Azidahaka and the cosmos? So there's that out there, waiting in the future. You know, it's like the Necrons out there right now. Like, you know, like all these worlds that just have the effects of what Jeffica did. And then eventually you return, probably, I like to imagine, so you've got these two lawful people, Grimble and Patrick, that established this utopia. But then Jeffica's like, allow me like one counterpoint to that, right? Like in the great desert of Aerith, which you all have explored, if you remember, and you conquered the tomb of the great pharaoh and took the eye. That in that vast desert, maybe Jeffica is given that as this like land of dark secrets, and there's this fortress place there, and it's like kept as this like nuclear bomb kind of thing to say, all right, get into this if we have to, but otherwise never go there. And all the people of Earth know to never trespass into the great desert.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. But wait, is that all? Like, we finished?
Not quite.
Or...
Okay, so all this happens, and then two other things. One thing is that you all are so powerful. You have access to such magical power that immortality is easily within your grasp. Just like the Great Pharaoh and just like the Chaos Lords and all these other powerful entities that you encountered, you are now those powerful entities. And so immortality, both for the duty of Grimble and Patrick to defend the world, and Jeffica to bring about the dark enlightenment of her lord, it's imperative. I mean, of course you have to do that, like, you know. And so you find a way to put yourself in a stasis, whatever that looks like. Perhaps Patrick returns to the plane of law, and, you know, perhaps just a few years in the plane of law is 1,000 years on Earth or something. I don't know. But however you do it, these great heroes of the Third Age, put yourself in this stasis until you're needed again. And then comes the Fourth Age. Millennia later, the people become decadent and weak in a different era far into the future. And all these different people, the dwarves and the humans, they find that they need to call on these long ago heroes from the beginning of the last era again. And that's actually where we'll end the campaign after that. We'll see how that pans out. That's where we'll end the session.